All praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Charakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone. And salutes to all the sincere elect out there. We're going to check out some of these videos, some of these clips. They're interesting because he be flaunting, he be packing, right? The devil, the Edomite, so-called white boy, he be packing, he be getting down. And we know the reason why, but a lot of these, we call these robots, Titan robots. We're going to check out a couple of clips. As we do, we're going to find everything through the scriptures. Check this one out. AI is going to be... Yeah, these are armed robots controlled by AI, aka robots control, robot control, or they have the ability to just go on the AI and be self-reliant, self-aware. But I find it interesting. Some of these, we're going to check out a couple of these clips because this goes back to prophecy. Let's check out this one here. Yeah, this over there in China, right? That's over there in China. Watch it again. The T-800 humanoid robot just showed up with police units, right? Even officers were curious. Are those punches actually as strong as they look? This isn't just robotic anymore. It's machines stepping onto high intensity environments. So he be brandishing, and I think China be leading in the AI. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find out who's leading in the AI, who's leading the charge in the AI, and the robots. Let me ask a question to Google. But we're gonna find out everything through the scriptures. We know they're preparing. This is the arms race, and let me ask the question: who's leading in the AI robotic? Who's leading? Who's leading in the AI robotic race? Which company is leading in AI? Yeah, let's see. Federal AI boosting dynamic. All right, let me ask what country? What country is leading in the AI robotic arms race? China. Yeah, I was correct. Yep. Who is leading in the humanoid robotic race? China. UB Tech has one of the strongest industrial narratives in the humanoid space. It works. Robots are being positioned for manufacturing roles, including inspection, repetitive physical tasks that focuses on structure, environment. There you have it. That's the point, though. Is China. China's leading in that, and I thought so. I thought as much. And they're going to have them brandishing on the street, right? America's probably third, not far behind, but China's leading. Let's check this one out. This clip here. Let's go to this one here. Where was it? Where is it? Where is it? This one here. Is it this one here? You got a whole lot of them. This one here. This one here. This one here.
These Russian soldiers are being taken prisoner by a robot, Ukrainian UGV, an unmanned ground vehicle, forcing them to choose surrender or die. That footage is from a company called DevDroid. The robot a TW, part of a family of killer robots, remote controlled, built for recon and combat. This one
Yep. TI, killer robots, right? So they're making these
called
robots
DevDroid.
not for entertainment, not your friendly neighborhood robot, killer robots controlled by AI. And we know eventually they're gonna become self-aware, just like in the movie, as I like one of my favorite movies, Avengers: Age of Ultron. So this is what's down the pipe, and it's all scriptural.
These Russian soldiers are being taken prisoner by a robot, Ukrainian UGV, an unmanned ground vehicle, forcing them to choose surrender or die. That footage is from a company called DevDroid. The robot, a TW, part of a family of killer robots, remote controlled, built for recon and combat. This one you see here, equipped with an AI guidance system topped with an M2 Browning machine gun. Robots like this are being used more and more. Ukraine's defense ministry says last month alone, UGVs were sent on more than 9,000 missions. That's 3 times as many as just a few months ago. And so far, just for this year, President Volodymyr Zelensky says lives were saved more than 22,000 times when a robot went into the most dangerous areas instead of a warrior. That's the key to what Ukraine is trying to accomplish here, because manpower has been a big problem for them. Since the start of the war, they've struggled with mobilizing troops, with absences and desertions, and their pool of new recruits is just getting older and older. Earlier in the war, one battalion commander even went on record saying his unit was fighting with well under half the soldiers they needed. So Ukraine is looking more and more at robots to do all kinds of dangerous jobs. Sometimes they save lives, like the Lynx. This one can evacuate injured soldiers, but it can run logistics too, moving supplies.
I won't come back to that. So China's leading. Let me ask another question. Who comes second in the arms race, or where does America come in the AI robot race? That's more like it. That's what I wanted. Which country is leading the AI? Who are the top 5? That's what I wanted. You got Let me shut the window. What country is leading the AI? It's China. What's the top 5 countries? Top 5 countries. Which are the top 5 countries in the AI robot race? Here it is: China, Japan, USA. China, Japan, we're America. Babylon is 3rd. South Korea, then Germany, 5th. But China and Japan, yeah, USA, there you have it. I'm just curious, but because why? Because we're going up against them, aka the 144,000 who are going to be endowed with spiritual power. That's what they're preparing for.
In and out of dangerous areas. These UGVs here are made by a company called Tencor. They can lay barbed wire, even landmines, or clear them. This robot from Rovertech crawls around detonating mines to clear a path for friendly forces. And yes, they can fight. Strap them with explosives, send them on a one-way mission to self-destruct. In another instance, one Ukrainian UGV equipped with a machine gun reportedly held a frontline position on its own for 45 days, apparently only needing to check back for maintenance and a resupply every couple of days. Now, I should say, these sorts of accounts
So that's self-aware, right? They say more control AI, so it can flip, but that's self-aware. To hold its own for 45 days, right? You don't need no fuel, don't need no drink, don't need no food. That's why they're gonna be on the battlefield, aka going up against the 144,000 elect men, right? And they're gonna get you 2/3 ninjas too. And that's all right. 2/3 have to be cut off anyway.
Them with explosives, send them on a one-way mission, detonating mines to clear a path for friendly forces. And yes, they can fight. Strap them with explosives, send them on a one-way mission to self-destruct. In another instance, one Ukrainian UGV equipped with a machine gun reportedly held a frontline position on its own for 45 days, apparently only needing to check back for maintenance and a resupply every couple of days. Now, I should say, these sorts of accounts are hard to independently verify, and nobody's saying these are crazy, invincible, futuristic Terminator killing machines, they have pretty clear weaknesses. They can't navigate tough terrain the same way people can. They're a lot slower in many cases. They can run out of battery. Their signals can be jammed. And
yeah, that's right. They can run out of battery, right? Because they the horses of the Egyptians are men, and they run by these AI are run by men. They can run out of batteries and they can be hacked. I always be getting them kind of visions. We're going to tap into them. We're going to hack them. We're going to use the most I can do that via the angels and use them, turn them against you. That's what happened with in the movie AI, Age of Ultron, and also in RoboCop. It's just that simple, bro.
crazy, invincible, futuristic
It's just
Terminator
that
killing
simple.
machines, they have pretty clear weaknesses. They can't navigate tough terrain the same way people can. They're a lot slower in many cases. They can run out of battery. They're
Just that simple. Just that simple. They can run out of battery. You finished, man. You finished. You finished, man. What's this one? What's this one? These are armed. Oh, that's the one in India. Folly.
These Russian soldiers are being taken prisoner by
Run
our
out of
team.
battery.
Robots like this are being used more and more. Ukraine's defense ministry says
Enough said, bro. It's just laughable. And the most I say, what him say? You're going to sit up in his temple, you're going to sit up in the heavens, and he going to laugh. You're going to sit up in the heavens, I might even find that one. It's fine, let me start with that. Most I going to sit up in the heavens and laugh. God shall sit up in the heavens and laugh, Bible. There's a couple. All right, you didn't get it. Let me ask again. God shall sit in the heavens and laugh, Bible. So that's Psalms 2, and there's a couple others. Psalms 2, let's hit that one. We're going to open with that one because I'm watching this and I'm just getting pure joke. Psalms 2. And 4. Let us break their bands asunder. I'll start from the top. It says, why do the heathen rage? It's all the spirit. And the people imagine a vain thing. Oh boy, yeah, a vain thing. I gotta check that one out. Matter of fact, let me find it up here. Psalms. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together. Yep. With these exoskeletons. They also got exoskeletons. As a matter of fact, exoskeletons. I heard that this being mentioned. Right, it's being tossed around at the moment, and they got them up and running. So, what are they? Wearable devices that enhance, assist, or restore human physical capabilities. Yep. Typical using powered motors, sensors, and structural frames to support mobility or boost strength. They are widely used in medical rehabilitation, industrial labor, and hiking, with popular models including, so there you have it, the Ultra for outdoor activities, include human strength and abilities. Right, well, I was watching a couple of them videos as well earlier. Where are they? Here they are. Look what they're able to do. Let's check this out. Now this might be AI, but you get the idea. It may be, it may not be. Right, and it's aiding with exoskeleton Because some of them, they look at the Jakes, right? We do it anyway. We do all that. We push all that anyway. You know, the likes of a lot of those bodybuilders, we be doing that anyway without all that exco strength. And you got the likes of these, and they help you to run faster. You got the likes of Usain Bolt as well, right? Who can run 100 meters under 10 seconds, right? And that keeps on going lower and lower and lower, right? The world record. And they look at that and they wish and they dream and they try everything to try and get the abilities that Jake have anyway, even in our low state. So that's the exoskeleton. Let's get back to the Psalms where we were. Why do the heathen rage? Right, coming up with all these imaginations and inventions, right? People and the people imagine a vain thing is vain to the Lord, right? Empty, right? Empty like a breath, here today, gone tomorrow. Vain, empty. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. This is why they're doing it, against the Lord. If you come up against his people, which we've always been doing, right, and you're going to get the 2/3, because that's all part of the movie. Most High going to move them out the way, and then you think that you're going to come up against his men, the saints, as the scriptures say, right? Set as the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder. That's why they're coming up with all these AI inventions and exoskeletons, and cast away their cords from us. He that but here it is, there's the point. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. They're little toys to him. We've already shown you what you can do, what the angels can do. You already know what the angel can do. One example was the Simeon Toko, what he was able to do in the flesh, as an example. Most I just gave you a little glitch in the Matrix where you tried to delete him many times, cut his body apart, leave it around in separate countries, try to put him in a blender and it came back together. He tried a lot of stuff, tried to cut out his heart. He was able to continue to live, and miracles. The angels came and fought against your military, the devil's military. So many things, like as the title of the video was, there is it when we done in the sit down, we done a of it. We done an impromptu of it, which Elder went in on that. Elder Apostle Tahar went in on that. The glitch in the Matrix, and there's been various videos brothers have done on that. Simeon Toko. That's why you fear, and you coming up with all these imaginations, crazy inventions. But he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Right, let's watch another one here. Let's finish this. There's a couple
This
there.
month alone, UGVs were sent on more than 9,000 missions.
Right. There's another one I saw. I was busting. I was laughing, man. Where is it? Oh, we know about these ones there. We know about them. We know about them. Right, that's the armed dogs. You got others here too. What's this? I don't know if this is real. This could be
All right, here
AI.
they are, day one, San Diego. First battalion made up completely of humanoid robots, all lined up, ready for inspection. Raw 01, give me a...
Right, ready to set themselves against the Lord's anointed, 144,000, which, as the scriptures say, they're going to fare badly. Right, anyway, let's get back. We're going to end off. The point is made once again. And he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure, because they're gonna get messed up. Most High's got so many ways to skin a cat, as the saying goes. Let's hit this one. Let's go and sum it up. Oh, the word I was looking at. We're going to come back to that. This is Isaiah 49 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So there's a couple meat here I want to get into. Just go over this again. This is, Lord willing, this is edifying to the Akim out there for what's coming down the pipe. We've got a whole heap of history that done prove us victorious, that the Lord don't take else. So many examples. for future videos we can get into. Well, I want to keep this one on the point right here on the what they're doing now with the exoskeletons and their armed robots, right? AI. So it's going to be, we hear about all these fights coming up. There's a couple of fights coming up. The recent one with Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley, right? A born that was a barn buster, right? It was all action, and Daniel Dubois won again. He got his championship back, but he had to fight out of his skin, and he did. But this is going to be we hear about them grand finale fights. This is going to be the 144,000 against the toys, Esau's toys, his armed robots. And let's read 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of my mouth, nor out of my mouth and thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. Most I say what? When they come in like a flood, Most I go lift up a standard against them. All right. Let's get back in there. Let's get back in the point here. From the rising of the sun, the enemy, and the Most I say what? All right. So that's page 5127. All right. To flee, escape. Most I say you're going to give us a doorway to escape. And some of the visions I've been getting recently, oh boy, them I don't know if it's the herbs I'm taking. Most likely the herbs, particular herb I'm taking at the moment. This is not one of them videos, but yeah, there's a certain herb I'm taking. It's giving me every time I wake up, I go back to sleep, I remember I get another one. I get another vision or a dream, and I'll remember them. Some of them, they really get you in that emotional feeling, man. Anyway, yeah, so most I say what, you're going to lift up a standard against it. Well, I can tell you one. Maybe I shouldn't. It was some high, one of the high men over there in one of the high elders and apostles actually. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, it was very good. It was a good one, and I'll consider. But it was good things was happening. Good things was happening. I'll just say that much. Yeah, I'm just gonna read it because it says, "Take to flight, depart, despair." Right, disappear. Whoa, heavy. We're gonna have the ability to do that. Shape shift, disappear, like the Invisible Man. If you saw the movie The Invisible Man, what do you call it? Deport. Deport, I think that's what they call it. Deport, when you are able to disappear. Deport, like the movie Jumper, be able to oh man, the word. Let's find out the word. When you can disappear. Transport. What is the word for the when you're able to disappear? What is a fancy word for disappear? Go away, vanish. That's it. Dematerialize. Dematerialize. Right? That's it. Dematerialize. We're gonna have the ability to dematerialize. That's the word. That's spot on right there. Take to flight, to hastily, to cause to disappear, hide. That's it. When these devils coming like a flood, that's the ability we're gonna have. We're gonna have the ability to dematerialize, or shapeshift, or intelligence. We're gonna be able to scramble the senses, just what the angels do, right? The angels do that to their aircraft, their the astronaut aircraft. That's why they was able to mash up one of their was it the Canadian shuttle, right? Scramble its technological ability, the motor, and send it back down to Earth. That's why you hear a lot about these aviation failures with helicopters and planes, the Black Hawk and all of that. The angels be toying with them, scrambling their motors, right? They had or send a flock of birds in their motors, their machines. We say their engines. Send a flock of birds in their engines. Anyway, here's another one. We're gonna end with this one, Isaiah 41, and we can start with. Here it is. Start with 10. For thou not fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, and I will help thee. Yep. Yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. All right, talking about the enemy when they're coming like a flood. Though thou seek them, and thou shalt not find them, even them that contend with thee. We're going to look for them. As a matter of fact, the most are going to make them fight. They're going to try and run. The most are going to make them fight. Talking about WW3, right? The grand finale. Obviously, the prophecies being rolled out before then, right? As far as the electronical, the money, and they've got a whole heap of things building up to the MOTB. Right, there's going to be a build up to it, and as our elders say, when it's a matter of months for the MOTB, right, a matter of months. These are the building blocks to the grand finale, Yahushua's return, right, and they that seek them and shall not find them, even them that contend with thee. There's going to be a time where they're going to be beaten into powder. Right, and then and then it's going to be Obadiah. Right, after 1,000 years, it's going to be Obadiah 18. You'll be gone. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord, that God will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, yea, men of Israel, I will help thee, save thy power, the Lord. In capitals, that's the Most High. And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp thrashing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thrash the mountain. We're going to beat them to powder, man, just like what King David did. Psalms 18, 118, and also 44, or it might be 144. But he did many examples what he was able to do. We know, yep, because the Most High taught him what to do. He said he taught him how to war, to use his hands and feet. Thou shalt thrash the mountains, and I often meditate on it. I must confess, and I do get visions on it too, yeah? and beat them, yeah. Thrash the mountains and beat them, small, and shall make the hills as chaff. All right. Very tempting for me to get into this. There's nice meaty words in this. Nice meaty words. We're going to get our teeth in it. I said teeth, right? That's the first one that's on my mind, right? Teeth. H68, 63, and 74. Teeth, tooth, edge, mouth. But we know what it means. We know it means power. It means power. The word teeth means power when you get into it. How many scriptures they got here? Teeth, right? Thrashing. Yep. Anyway, right, there you have it, right? Teeth. I wonder how you pronounce it.
Strong's H6374. Pifioth. Pifioth.
Tooth, it doesn't, but we know the word teeth. Oh, there you have it. Two-edged. Right? Two-edged. But anyway, its teeth is power. Give me no scriptures. Let the high praise of God be in their mouth and the two-edged sword in their hand. And we're looking at this one now. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp thrashing instrument. There you have it. The word does mean power, right? And to thrash, thou shalt thrash. H 17 and 58. Thrash, tread down. So these little machines, we're going to trample on them. These little stupid exoskeletons and arm robots, we're going to smash them up with our bare hands. And that's what happened in Avengers: Age of Ultron. It just took a woman to do it. Scarlet Witch, she had the ability to do it, and she just took out his processor, Ultron, that became self-aware. He just took out his processor, and the Hulk smashed him up, smashed up the robot, what was left of it, right? In the movie Age of Ultron, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Hulk mashed up the piece of metal, and Scarlet Witch drawed out his processor and mashed him up, which she wasn't able to communicate or process anything after that. It's just a piece of metal at the end of the day. Just like these are just pieces of metal to the Most High. That's why the Most High say, you're going to sit up in the heavens and laugh. Going to laugh off of them. That means we're going to laugh off of them. So there you have it, right? Trample, thrash, break, tear, tread out, tread down. Tread down. Oh, this is funny, bro. These are one of my favorite videos to do. Was that Jeremiah? Oh, what's that say? Jeremiah 15:11. All right, I'm just curious. Let's find it on the tablet. So we get into a little bit of we're making a bit of jest of it, but it is serious what's going to happen. Jeremiah 15:11 says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and below as bulls, your mother shall be sore confounded. Yep. That's a beautiful one right there. As a matter of fact, I'm reading it, but let me find it for the blue letter, and then I can bring it for you to see. Jeremiah. See if it gives it to me. Alright, now you have to put a bit more in there. Put a little bit more in there. And so, because you were glad, here it is, Jeremiah 15:11. Because ye rejoiced, O destroyers, yeah. That's why you're always trying to come up with ways to destroy. You're the destroyer, the harbinger of death. Destroyers of mine heritage, that's the Most High's heritage, right? His saints, that's what you done. Deuteronomy 28, when you had us, Jonah. No, it's not Jonah, it's Joel 3, selling us for tobacco and rum, right? As harlots, the children, right? The Most High's possession, the Most High's heritage. Yet mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and below as bulls, your mother shall be sore confounded, so that she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, in the hindermost of the nations, right? Hinder most of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Yep. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah and the other three neighboring cities, Zorah, Abna, and Zeboim, Abma, and Zoar, right? Destroy, will all burn up, right? Nothing left but smoke and simmering fire, right? That's what's going to happen to Babylon, yeah? Because you laughed, because you were glad, yeah, you was laughing, yeah? But Moses said what? He who laugh last, laugh best. Yeah? Glad because you rejoiced, O ye destroyer of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as the heath are at the grass below as bulls. Right. So you laughed. Let us break their bands asunder. That's what you said. And cast away their cords from us. Right. Back to Psalms 2 and 3. But you laughed. Yeah. But he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, because the Most High laughs, and he laughs best. The Lord shall have them in derision. You're going to be laughing. Yes, because the Most High laughs best. Let's get back to where I was. Right, we're going to thrash them and trash them. That's just the point there. And trample on them. These little toys. And yes, I do. I visualize it. Because where there's vision, where there is vision, there is a reason. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But where there is vision, it built, well, Lord willing, strengthening our faith, going through these precepts, strengthening the Akim faith out there, Lord willing. Oh, one more. What did David say? He beat them into powder. So this is chaff. So H47 and 71, chaff. This is what's going to be remains. The remains of your exoskeletons and robots going to be what? Well, yeah, widowed. You're going to be widowed, yep. The men that control them going to be widowed. Chaff, pressed out. Yep. Thrashed, loose. Another word is just dust. You're going to be dust. Yeah, that's who you are anyway, to the Most High. Dust. Zephaniah 2 and 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff. Yeah, because it's going to be, that's the Most High's wrath. This place is going to be chaff. Right? Going to be nothing left but dust and smoke. As it says in 2nd Ezra's around 13. When the chariots come back, right, with their intensified fire, which is lasers. The day pass as the chaff before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord come, anger come upon you. Yeah, as it goes on to say, seek righteousness, seek meekness. You may be preserved. And it's talking about the elect. The elect are going to be preserved. So there you have it, Akim. That's just the point right there. They're playing with their toys and they're preparing, right, for when they're coming like a flood. But the Most High got something for them. He's going to sit up in the heavens and laugh. And yeah, he's going to give his men what? He's going to give his men what? Let's read 15 again. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp flashing instrument having teeth. Right? Power. Going to give us power. Right? Going to give us new bodies, right? Some of us going to get it a lot. You know, those that are appointed to get it, before even they get beamed up, they're going to get that spiritual power. And it's however the Most High going to have it happen. That's how it's going to have happened. This is his movie. You're definitely going to come back when you're in the chariots with new bodies and spiritual power. But the Most High going to have it that he's going to have you, a lot of you, getting broke up and mash up and have you in derision. Either through the fact that you could be in the concentration camp and the Most High does it then. He endows you then. That's what he did with Peter. I believe it was Peter who was locked up in jail and he sent an angel in to break him out. It's going to be something very similar to that, or he just give you the power to break yourself out. But it going to come when they come in like a flood. Having teeth, thou shalt thrash the mountains and beat them smart and shall make their hills as chaff. So this is laughable. This is laughable to the Most High, right? This is laughable. And he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yeah, Psalms 2 and 4. The Lord shall have them in derision. And this is all fun and games. They're going to get mashed up. Check this out. Where was it? We were looking at all these little stupid little things here. Look.
In recent months, alarming footage has been appearing online more and more often. Humanoid robots moving in formation, training grounds, automated combat scenarios. Formally, These are demonstrations of robotics capabilities and simulations for scientific research. But an increasing number of analysts say that China is entering a new phase of militarizing AI and humanoid platforms. Officially, Beijing states that humanoid robots are being developed for industry,
Yep. Ultimately for the 144,000. But as the Lord say, when he sit up in the heaven, he go and laugh. Just another way of saying, do your worst. Do your worst. Yeah, and most I be laughing. Till the next one. Most I say he gonna sit up in the heaven and laugh when they come in like a flood.